Call us, text us, Kaieteur Radio 99.1, 99.5 FM, the Wake Up Guyana Show.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Hello and welcome to your news at noon, your Christmas Eve 2020 edition. I am Kevin Smith. These are the top stories we're tracking. Failure to start audit leaves Guyana forced to accept ExxonMobil's 2015 to 2018 local content costs as correct. COVID-19 began to abate, but new highly contagious foreign strains loom. Meanwhile, murder accused dodges bullets to escape Lusignan jail. Meanwhile, Attorney General asks Top Cop to investigate controversial Sussex Street bond and parliamentary committees to be convened on December 8th. Stay tuned to stay informed.
This Christmas, Shake to Win just got bigger! Now when you purchase our new bigger digital prime bundle and Shake to Win, you can choose your prize and share it with someone you love. So, shake more and share more! Share more daily prizes and guaranteed wins every Saturday. You can win laptops, cash, smartphones, credit, data, and so much more. Shake more, share more. Activate a digital prime bundle in the My Digital app and Shake to Win this Christmas.
You don't have to be a fountain of knowledge to help children with their schoolwork while they're at home. But you do have to be caring, understanding, loving, and patient. It's an unsettling time for everyone, but children still need a safe and secure environment. So don't overwhelm them with endless news items or problems. Keep them gainfully occupied and amused, exercised and rested. Protect our children. A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
Yes, welcome back. Let's get to the news in detail. However, there is a slight correction on the headline parliamentary committees to be convened on December 28th. My apologies. According to the production sharing agreement signed with ExxonMobil by Guyana in 2016, the minister responsible for the oil sector has only 2 years to audit the expenses the U.S. supermajor incurs at the end of each fiscal year. In other words, the minister only has up to 2017 to audit the company's expenses incurred in 2015. The official would also have to foot the bill for all costs associated with that audit. Apart from the relatively short deadline to conduct this assessment, the International Monetary Fund has highlighted the need for Guyana to complete these audits in a timely manner, since its failure to do so would leave the country forced to accept the company's costs as reported. The IMF pointed out too that the only other auditing power Guyana has rests with GRA. In other news, an examination of the current environment and COVID-19 statistics since March paints a picture some would find promising, with the September to November period being the deadliest and most infectious month for Guyana. COVID-19 has slightly begun to abate. The number of new cases being detected is on the slight but noticeable decrease. The death rate is also decreasing. However, 2 new highly contagious COVID-19 cases detected in the United Kingdom are threatening to spread across the world very quickly. After a scary 10 months, Guyana awaits advice from its international partners on the way forward. And now let's tell you, an inmate on remand for murder reportedly dodged bullets yesterday to escape the Lusignan prison. And according to the police, the prison escapee is 25-year-old Ishaka John of 109 Afield, Sophia. Police stated that John escaped between 2 and 2 hours 20. Investigators reported that just before John made his escape, he was spotted on top of the prison fence by 3 ranks. They reportedly fired shots in an attempt to apprehend him, but John did not stop. The ranks who fired the shots were unsure whether or not any bullet had struck him. In other news, the country's Attorney General, Anil Nandlal, has written to the Commissioner of Police, Nigel Hoppy, instructing that the police force launch an investigation into the controversial Sussex Street bond. This comes on the heels of recommendations from a special report conducted by Auditor General Deodat Sharma on the bond. This report was released by the Attorney General Chambers on Saturday last. In the December 23rd letter, Nandlal indicated that he had recently received the aforesaid special report and its explicit recommendations. To this, the Attorney General said, "Please execute the said recommendation." And moving on, Speaker of the National Assembly Manzoor Nadir has set Monday, December 28, 2020 as the date for the convening of the duly constituted parliamentary committees. The Speaker made this announcement yesterday during the 14th sitting of the 12th Parliament at the Arthur Chong Conference Centre, shortly after she prohibited an opposition motion requiring the committee's meetings be convened as a matter of urgent public importance. It is now 12:06 coming up after the break. $200 million overpaid for government contracts, says the AG report. And government mulling development of Mahika-Maikoni corridor, President Ali lauds Demerara Bank for opening new branch in Mahika. Meanwhile, Patterson says government could have cashed in on $15 million bond instead of signing new airport deal. Do stay tuned. This is a GPL public advisory. Temporary business hours during the holiday season. The Guyana Power and Light Inc. wishes to advise our valued customers of our temporary business hours at our commercial offices and customer service centers countrywide. The following offices will be opened and closed as follows for the period December 24th to December 27th, 2020. All commercial offices, customer service centers will be open for business on Thursday, December 24th, 2020 from 8 hours to 13 hours and closed for business on Friday, December 25th, 2020, Saturday, December 26th, 2020 and Sunday, December 27th, 2020. Business resumes on Monday, December 28th, 2020. All prepaid customers are encouraged to purchase an adequate amount of electricity tokens in order to ensure a consistent supply of electricity between the period Thursday, December 24th, 2020 and Sunday, December 27th, 2020, when GPL and most of its authorized agents will be closed for business. Prepaid juice cards are available in denominations of $500, $1,000, $5,000, and $10,000. These cards can be purchased from GPL commercial offices and authorized agents countrywide. A list of available agents is accessible at http://gpl-inc.com/bill/payment-options/juice-cards-tokens/. Additionally, postpaid customers are encouraged to utilize our wide network of authorized payment agents. A list of available agents is accessible at http://gpl-inc.com/bill/payment-options/. We thank you for your business and season's greetings. A message from the Guyana Power and Light Inc.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues. Immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. Details from the Auditor General's 2019 report show that some $199.381 million was overpaid by the APNU-AFC for 4 major governmental projects. According to the reports, these overpayments had occurred under 4 ministries, namely the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Public Telecommunications, GDF and Transport and Harbours Department in 2019. Against this, the report said included in the $199.381 million are amounts totaling $145 million and $25.529 million, which were overpaid on the rehabilitation of the Leg 1 stelling and expansion of offices at the Civil Defense Commission headquarters, respectively. In other news, the government of Guyana will be looking at areas on the Mahika-Maikoni corridor to cultivate new developmental hubs, President Irfan Ali announced Wednesday night. The head of state made this disclosure while delivering the keynote address at the opening of the Demerara Bank Mahika branch. The head of state explained that since Mahika and its environs are heavily dependent on rice and other agriculture, the government is looking to create an agriculture hub, which should also see the development of aquaculture. To facilitate this, the government will develop programs and policies that will not only encourage and stimulate growth to the areas, but also will give tremendous incentives for future investments. In other news, the PPPC could have opted to cash in on the close to $15 million bond on the Chedi-Jagan International Airport expansion project instead of penning a new deal with the Chinese contractor, China Harbour Engineering Company, for a mere $9 million. This is according to former Public Infrastructure Minister David Patterson. His comments emerged just one day after the government entered a new agreement with the company for supplementary works to be conducted at the country's main port of entry after numerous delays. Those works amount to $9 million, a cost the company agreed to foot. And now let's tell you, SBM Offshore, the Dutch manufacturer which constructed Guyana's first FPSO vessel, the Liza Destiny, announced yesterday that it expects a potential increase in the lease duration for such oil vessels in Guyana. It did not divulge further details on this front. Be that as it may, we have reported during this year that the company had planned to recover the full cost of its investments in these vessels by selling the same to ExxonMobil after 2 years of bleeding operations for each unit. It is now 12 hours 12, time for your COVID-19 update. The number of worldwide coronavirus cases has reached 79.2 million, with deaths at 1.7 million and recovery cases at 55.8 million. The Ministry of Health yesterday reported 2 more COVID-19 deaths, pushing Guyana's COVID-19 death toll to 162. The deceased are an 88-year-old male from Region 7 and a 68-year-old woman from Region 4, both of whom died while receiving treatment at a medical facility. 42 new COVID-19 cases were recorded yesterday, which increases the total number of confirmed cases to 6,258. 4 persons are in the ICU, 28 persons in institutional isolation, 16 persons in institutional quarantine, and an additional 616 persons in home isolation. And coming from CNN, more than 1 million Americans have received their first shot of a COVID-19 vaccine as the pandemic rages on in the country. California has surpassed 2 million total coronavirus infections, according to Johns Hopkins University, more cases than in all but a handful of countries. Meanwhile, the CDC ensemble forecast now projects there will be up to 419,000 coronavirus deaths in the United States by January 16th. And dozens of countries have banned travel from the UK in an effort to contain a new COVID-19 variant first reported in England. And that brings us to the end of today's News at Noon. I am Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening. Do have a very Merry Christmas.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.
People asking, Glenlal, what is this 906